Now I want to discuss key fields in a little more detail. If we want to add fields or take fields away that are key fields, then we need to take into consideration exactly what will be going on in the database itself. Up to now, we have added fields to the table, included append structures and include structures, but the system actually applies these changes to the ABAP dictionary, not the underlying database. When we adjust any key fields, the system has to apply changes to the underlying database itself. Now you need to think about this. If you've got data in your table and you're changing key fields, who knows what effect it can have? If you're introducing a new key field, then it probably won't have a massive effect. It'll probably still allow you to add the field, activate it, so you can go in and add new data to the new field, ensuring that your records stay unique. If you try and change a field from being a key field to not a key field, then you need to put your thinking cap on, because if you've got lots of data in the underlying database, by taking away a key field, it could mean that you introduce duplicate records into your table. Because now your table key is not as unique as before, you could end up with some undesired effects, such as corrupt data or records being deleted from your table. Let's dive in and have a look at how we can introduce new fields and take fields away, change fields, and that sort of thing. So you can see we've got the employees table here that we've been working with, and what we will do is turn our surname field into a key field, and it's quite simple. We just click the little tick to say it's a key field, and we might as well click the initial values field as well, and then we just need to activate. It's activated fine. We can view our data, and now you see the changing color for surname indicating it's a key field. All our records are still the same. We know they're unique, so nothing much has happened. But now let's take away this key field. We'll still keep it in the table, but we'll say it's not part of the key. Now the system doesn't know what records are in the table right now, so when we try to activate it, we should get some error messages warning us that, hey, you're removing a field that was part of the key, and you could have some, undesired effects happening to the data. So we'll activate, and true enough, we got an error message indicating that the old key had surname in it, but now it doesn't. And this is not just a warning, it's an error. It's telling us, no, I'm not going to activate the table for you because you may lose some data. So how do we get around this? We know that the data in our table is actually going to be okay. So we want to allow this, but the tool's saying we can't. Well, that's where we need to open up a different transaction. So we can either open up a new session or go direct to the transaction we want, which is SE14, from this screen. Let's do that. Utilities, and then choose Database Utility. When this screen appears, just keep in mind that in a production environment, you may be dealing with a table with millions of records, and you wouldn't want to execute this transaction on a table of that size with a processing type of direct, which means it's going to run while your screen is present right now. It'd be best to run this program in the background. But for us, we know our table's super small, so we can just run the process in the foreground, and it should get done within seconds. So all we need to do is click the Activate and Adjust Database with Save Data. Request Adjust. We'll choose Yes. And there we can see it's run successfully. So now if we step back, our table has now been activated. We can view our data, and our surname field is back to how it was before we made it a key field. So that's it for key fields really. There's just one more thing I forgot to mention, and that's these buttons up here. If you did want to insert a new field as part of your table key, then you need to be able to adjust the location of the fields on this screen. So let's say we wanted to insert a new field above the surname field. We would highlight the surname field and then choose the Insert button. Moves everything down one and we can add our new field. I'll remove it. Let's say we wanted to move title as part of the key. We can highlight it. Then we have the cut, copy and paste buttons up here. So I could choose cut and then paste. You get the idea. And that's it for table keys. But just so I don't screw this table up, let me exit out without saving. And I'll go back in just to make sure everything's good. Yeah, it's back how it was, all active.